So now we're going to talk about buyer agent fatigue and how real it is. Okay. Buyer agent fatigue is a very real thing. It is a very real thing. And team leaders, you've got to know before it happens, and buyers agents, if you are feeling frustrated and you're feeling like you need to leave your team to solve the problem, I'm just going to tell you that from a foundational, systematic base issue, you are going to have this problem on any team if you don't understand what the problem is. So you team hopping or team jumping or going off on your own, or you taking on more or taking on a big change is not going to solve your problem and get you closer to closings. Okay. Just as I kind of got into the why your buyers agents are smarter than you, be smarter than the situation. Think outside of the stress of the situation. All right. It does not make sense for you to be holding on to all the leads that you're holding on to. It does not make sense for you to try to work every single lead that comes into your funnel. You've got to set boundaries. You've got to be smarter than your team leader, right? To sustain your own growth and help with their growth and help them get out of their narrow-minded focus. They are in build mode. And when they're not in build mode, they're in sustain mode. But typically team leaders that start opening up the doors to build mode, they never get out of it because this revolving door of support system staff, ISAs, buyers agents, listing agents, people that outgrow them and move on because they don't handle the bottlenecks as they come into their line of sight. Okay. So, oh, cool. We just set a listing appointment. Huh. Like 20 minutes of dialing. Good job, ISA Alex. Oh, and another one. Oh, that's awesome. Two of our clients just got listing appointments. So buyer agent fatigue, it's very real. And let me see if I can do whiteboard on here. All right, open and collaborate. I'm just gonna move my lunch aside. I'm kind of feeling like getting this out. Who can see? Everybody has access to this whiteboard, including people in the meeting, can save things and share. Okay, cool. So we can do a whiteboard and perfect. All right, I'm gonna go over the leads that your buyers agents should have. All right, this is it. These are the only leads that you should have. Are you ready? Okay. All right. Your SOI, your sphere of influence, these are people that you know. They are your friends, direct family, family of family, friends of friends, people that were directly referred to you, people that if you saw at the grocery store or you would see at a regular barbecue or on the weekend, or when you reach out and say happy birthdays, you're always including them. Your sphere of influence are people that if they heard your name, they would know who you are, and vice versa. Okay. So like if their name is Jessica, one of these Jessicas would pop into your head if they're in your sphere. If they didn't pop into your head, they're not your sphere. Okay. So that's the very distinct difference there of your sphere of influence. Okay. The reason why your buyer's agents need to, I keep looking at my video down here. So if I'm shifting, all right. So look right there at the camera, Aleta. This is like day one stuff. And my phone keeps going off. So, that's a distraction too. All right. Flipping my phone over, push my lunch away. No more distractions. All right. Your sphere of influence needs to stay with you because they're bonded to you. And you have a 99% chance of closing them by doing nothing but showing up. All right. So the sphere of influence can be dripped on by the team campaign. They can be talked to by the team admin on behalf of you. Everything has to be very egocentric to the agent that brought the sphere. This is where team leaders can make the mistake of saying, hey, put all your leads into our database, and then they're going to want to work with you because you're with me. Wrong-o. They're going to want to work with you, team leader, because of the agent that you've attracted, because they are bonded to that agent and they don't want to hurt that agent's feelings by going somewhere else. And really they trust that agent. So why would they go somewhere else? Okay. That's how you know that they're your sphere. If they end up in some other agent's pipeline, chances are either you didn't do a great job of showing people that you're an awesome, responsible, well-trusted real estate agent. They don't even know you're in real estate, or somewhere down the road, you've broken the bond of trust and just, it is what it is. Okay. So buyer's agents should have your sphere. Okay. And then let's go to your direct referrals. Okay. So your client that you just closed on referred you their best friend, family member. You should have them. Okay. And this should have in your CRM. Okay. Your SOI, your direct referrals, the people that were directly said, hey, I just closed a home of Aleta. Don't use anybody else but Aleta. Okay. They'll be your future SOI. All right. So your direct referrals. The reason why you want to maintain ownership and contact with them is because you have a 99% chance of closing them by just showing up. All right. You can miss their calls. You can be late for the showing. You can not be thinking ahead to get them their next property. And chances are, if you did a really good job with your client, they're going to stick with you. Okay. So your direct referrals. Now, this does not mean that the admin, TC, ISA cannot call them, but once again, they're calling them on behalf of you. All right. And this is the third hot leads. And we're going to go into what hot leads mean. Your hot leads. And there's only one other one. And this is because, like, if you're on a team that has Zillow Flex, the team leader has literally worked their butts off, kept their reputation and earned that agreement with Zillow to have Zillow Flex. Not just Zillow. These aren't, you know, if you have Zillow Flex. Okay. Zillow's ISA, who's also Alex, directly puts you guys into a live transfer. You know, if you have Zillow Flex, all right, you're part of the Zillow Flex Club. And those ones, you have to be the main point of contact, but they should not stay with you as the life of the lead, but we'll go into that. Okay, and this is the only exception. Okay, so the leads that your buyer's agent should have in their pipeline, in their CRM pipeline, their SOI, their direct referrals, and their hot leads. That's it. All of their nurtures, all of their watches, all of their archive, all of their trash, except for closed and pending. All right. Let me put that on there too, just so that we don't have, well, what should I do with my closed leads and what, well, their SOI. All right. Your pending, closed. All right. Now I know what you're thinking. Okay, well, the lead comes in and they're not ready yet. So I need to keep them in my pipeline so that I can work them later. And then after a year, you have like 1,200 something to work later that you have done a very poor job of following up with them. All right. And this is why it's really, really crucial and really, really important for you guys to understand that buyer agent fatigue comes when buyer agent fatigue comes when you try to hold on to every lead that comes into your funnel, into your line of sight that you try to hold on to. You cannot possibly work your hot leads and your direct referrals and your sphere of influence properly by working every single lead that comes into your funnel. And a huge mistake that teams are still making, and hopefully by this time next year, we can revisit this conversation. You'll be like, man, I'm sure glad we're past that. I'm still trying to break these habits, is that your guys' lead funnels are coming in and they're dripping into your CRM and they're round robining to your agents, whether they have Shark Tank or whether they're a direct round robin or first to claim. They are going to your buyer's agents first. Stop it. Just stop. This whole thing is crazy. All right. How do I close out of this whiteboard thing? I just wanted to, there we go. Oh, there we go. Hey, look, I'm bigger. All right. Yay. Great. Yay. Now I can talk next to what I'm saying. All right. So stop putting the leads into your buyer's agent's funnel before they're ready. All right. Now, what classifies as a hot lead? Hot lead is, all right, their time frame motivation is, well, technically it's 0 to 90 days. What I would argue with that they are 30 to 45 days away from doing something. So time frame motivation, 0 to 90 days. They are ready to talk. They are willing to see property and they are able to buy, or they're talking to your lender. Okay. They want to see if they're ready to buy. So a hot lead is one that an appointment has been set. Appointment to meet in person at a home or your office. Has been set and kept. I know kept comes later, but kept should come very soon after. So the conversations that your ISA should be having is lead comes in from Google pay-per-click. They're interested in seeing a house. Great. That's awesome. This house is beautiful. Let me see if it's available to be seen sometime today or tomorrow while we're waiting. How soon are you hoping to make a purchase? Oh, you're ready anytime. All right, great. Have you already been pre-approved by a lender? Or will you guys be paying cash? Oh, no, you haven't been pre-approved yet, but you want to talk to one, that's not a problem at all. We have preferred lender partners that I can actually set you up an appointment with before you see this home. I might even be able to live transfer you over there. Just have to take a peek at their schedule. And before you can buy this home, do you need to sell another home before making a purchase? Oh no, you're renting right now and you're month to month. Okay, great. You know, that's a really common situation for a lot of our buyers. Did you sell last year when the market was really high? Yeah, that was an awesome choice. All right, great. So now the market's definitely a lot more stable than it was this time last year. So you're shopping at a good time. Homes are definitely staying a little bit longer, but we really need to have the competitive edge. So let's get that pre-approval done first. And then in a perfect world, what would make you want to box up everything in the rental home and move into this home? What are some of your must-haves? What are some of your must-not-haves? And this home that you want to see in particular, what are some of the things that stand out to you? Is it area of town? Is it the kitchen? Is it the master on the main level? What does that look like for you? And your ISA Alex is going through all of this. All right. Zillow has their Alexes, but ISA University actually has their own group of USA based and international ISA Alexes. So we are all ISA Alex as well. We would go through that conversation. And if their time frame motivation is we really want to be moved now, and we really don't want it to take longer than 90 days. All right, check. All right, so they're ready to have the conversation. They're ready to take on the chore of boxing up and moving. Willing, are they willing to go and meet with you in person, to go and see homes? And they're willing now, they're committing to it now. Yes. Okay, great. And all the decision makers are on board. Yes. Awesome. Now, are you able to buy your next house? Okay. You don't know yet, but you're willing to talk to your lender. Okay, perfect. Great. Well, let me go ahead and get you transferred to our lender. They're actually at lunch right now, but they can talk to you in about 45 minutes. That sounds good. Great. ISA Alex sets the appointment with the lender. And then I'm not sure if this home is ready to can be seen today or tomorrow. I'm just waiting for the listing agent to get back to us. Let's go ahead and set a placeholder. When would be the best day and time for you? Our agent is available tonight at 6 or tomorrow at 10. What works best for you? Oh, tomorrow at 10? Perfect. I'll go ahead and do a placeholder meeting and then we'll confirm that the showing has been set up. Is there anything else that I can do for you while I have you on the phone? No? Okay, great. Do you have any other friends or family members that are actively searching for real estate right now that I would be able to reach out to and help them as well? Not at the moment? Okay, great. Not a problem at all. You're going to get an email and a text message confirming these appointments. If you need anything or you see another home, just text it right away to this number. Sound good? All right, perfect. And to make things easy, this text that I'm going to send you, just open it up and put in there my favorite real estate agent. Then you know exactly who to text the next properties to. All right, sounds good. Let us know what we can be of help, and we're excited to help you make your next home purchase. Okay, and the call. This is a hot lead. This goes to the next agent that's available in the round robin roster. And the only time the agent gets bothered is with another money making activity that they're going to do something now, not future money, way off in the future. The next call that comes in, I'm going to give you the difference. All right. So our hot leads, these are what you don't want up your buyer's agent's time. Don't want taking up your buyer's agent's time. Nurtures. Watch. Okay. Trash. Okay. And let me do one. There really should be another pipeline stage. Warm buyers. Let's not do sellers. Sellers are different. All right, we're just talking about buyer's agents right now. Sellers, a little bit different. Okay, I really hit it out of the park with the seller game. So I can definitely see a ton of value with meeting with your sellers 3 to 6 months before they're ready to do and make a decision, especially in this market. But buyers, best practices, that all of these ones come to your ISAs, which means all your leads should come with ISAs, because this is going to be 75% of the leads that come in. 75% of everything coming into your funnels, even Zillow, okay, but Zillow Flex, you just can't. In order to keep the contract, they have to go to your agents, okay, that are coming through. 75% of them are not ready to do something for 3 months. This is 3 to 6 months, which is where you're going to get most of your business. All right, this is 6 to 12 months, and they have a plan. Your watches are 12 plus months, and they have a plan. Your archive is they've already purchased. They're so far off in the future that like they're literally getting excited about retiring in 5 years. And these are our high, like SC, they're planners. They're very steady and stable, and they plan into everything, and they will start their search 5 years before it's going to become possible. And they're going to gather as much information as they can, okay? Or very long-term out. No specific plan. Okay. And of course, trash. Really, the only thing that we put in trash is when their number, name, and email is wrong. Like literally. Okay. Or they're violent. They're abusive, like really abusive, not just have an attitude, but like they're verbally abusive to anybody on the phone. We don't, no. There are so many leads. We don't need to work with these kind of people. Okay. So 75% of all your leads that you're paying for are coming in. They're going to be falling into one of these categories. All right. These hot leads are 25% of the time if they answer the phone. And really, guys, that is, we're usually talking about a 1 to 10%, depending on who does your leads. So if you have Brian Short doing your pay-per-click, he's going to tell you that only 10% of your leads coming in are ready to go now. I just know that because of the market and the strength of his systems, a lot of the leads coming in are ready to go. They just need to get paired up with your preferred lender. So once we ask them, okay, great, you don't need to sell before you buy, you're in a lease situation where you're about to be month to month, or you are, and you haven't talked to a lender, but you know that you need to, and you're accepting an appointment with us, that is the tipping point of if they're a hot lead or a warm lead, is that conversation with the lender. When that is the make it or break it situation of them talking to your lender of, we're ready, we're willing, are we able, right? So that is that is the deciding factor. We're not making decisions based on medical necessities or kids coming or going or in-laws coming or going, or we're not having to wait for life decisions. It's literally, can we buy now financially, or do we have to wait because our credit score or our down payment or something along those lines of way, we can't be pre-approved right now. All right. Now, for any of you that have that mid to high C and you want to know, oh, okay, great. Well, how many of my buyers come in can be pre-approved? Well, I'll tell you, this time last year, we had a really tough market. It used to be that about 25 to 30% of all of our buyer leads that came in could be pre-approved nationally as a national statistic. And during that really aggressive sellers market where the financing and everything was just kind of thrown off and everything was just not meshing or jiving, only about 15 to 25% of our leads, 25% be generous. And that's if they are VA or FHA, but then they were beat out in offers. All right. So about 15 to 20% of our leads that came in, our buyer leads, could get pre-approved quickly. And then a very small percentage of those were actually able to play the game and come up with extra cash at closing. So last year, it was really, really important for you guys to make sure that the only buyers you were working with were ready, willing, and able, because only about 15% of the buyers that we've been sent to your lender could get pre-approved. Now, let's just take a pause. I've covered a lot. And it's probably nothing that you're doing now, especially if you're just now meeting me, okay? And remember, this is going to take steps to get to this. This is your time freedom. This is for you to be a top closing, productive, producing buyer's agent without all the stress and the fatigue. You're already going to be exhausted. You're already wearing 10 different hats per transaction per day. You're already having to negotiate benzers and talk to title companies and make sure we have earnest money and structure the deal so they beat out the other buyers. You're still having to do that. What I don't want to happen is that through Shark Tank or First to Claim, you're getting distracted away from your money making leads, right? Your hot leads that are ready to go. They've talked to your lender, they've seen a couple homes with you, and you're stepping out to a cold buyer that came in through the funnel and you have no idea what they want, trying to rush a conversation while you're in the middle of trying to structure a deal. That's what we're trying to avoid. I don't want your family time interrupted. I don't want your weekends interrupted. I don't want your money making showing appointment times interrupted to take a spot on that schedule with somebody that you don't know what's going on with them. I don't want any of that interrupted, because if you can just work your, let's go back up here. All right. Your sphere of influence, your direct referrals. All right. And that'll give you time to talk to your past and previous clients about somebody that they may want to refer to you. You'll have the time to answer your phone. You're not going to be running around like a crazy squirrel trying to gather all these, nuts in the yard. You look insane trying to manage your phone and manage the new client and manage the new lead and negotiate all these closings that you have. You look very distracted and it's a very uneasy energy and you don't like it either. Who wants to be sitting down at dinner, finally being able to see your family's finally being able to see you, and you have to call this lead and be the first to claim it because you may not get another one that night. And they're a year out, still trying to plan, don't even know what their credit score is, haven't talked to a lender. It's not the best use of your time. And honestly, it's exhausting. It is exhausting for you. So let's just imagine this, okay? Let's imagine that your team leader took on the project of hiring me to help them get their own ISA department into their team. All right. Whether you have ISAs, we put some just time and energy into training them, perfecting them, or we're starting from scratch because your buyer's agents are on burnout and you do not want to lose them. Okay. You have to have a stable foundation of buyer's agents. 25% are going to leave anyway. You need to have your OG buyer's agents that know you, you know them, and they're consistent and reliable, talking to your valuable leads. You don't want to constantly be in this churning of training and churn and burn, churn and burn, churn and burn. And now we're going to divide Justin's leads. Now we're going to divide Brittany's leads. And now who wants to have Will's leads? And what are we going to do with these leads? And we need to have some sequence to it. We need to have some rhyme and reason. And by taking all of your lead funnels, with the exception of Zillow Flex, routing them to your ISA department that's trained on your CRM. They know what to do. They've learned from the best. I think we're the best. And then they have us supporting them to show them how to take the lead, qualify them by the 5 points of qualification. Do they go to an agent? Do they go on the pipeline? How do they get tagged and sorted? What pipeline stage do they go on? What campaigns? What do we give to them? What property searches do they need? But more importantly, these ones that go to the buyer's agents. So then how do we have proper appointment pass off? How do we pass off the appointments that were successful? That way you don't have to worry about being their first line of contact. And I know it's a scary thing for buyer's agents to be like, don't call my leads. I don't know how they're going to perceive you. I don't know how they're going to take you on the phone. I don't know what you're going to say to them. You're going to be an impression of me, an extension of me. And that's scary because your buyer's agents aren't the team leader. They have not hired support staff before. They have not interviewed your support staff. They don't even know to go through the conversation with your admin of, how are you representing us? I want to make sure I'm comfortable with you. That's what they're feeling because they trust themselves, but they don't have the capacity or the knowledge or the business intuitiveness to go and have that conversation. But really when they say, I don't want anyone else calling my leads, they're going, I don't know if I can trust you. You're going to embarrass me. It's going to be egg on my face. I'm not going to be able to recover. I'm going to lose business. It's going to be an embarrassment. It's not going to be a good representation of what they should expect. And I'm going to be apologizing for you, all because I didn't take that lead. Just let me have the leads. So we need to have a support system that your buyers agents can trust as well. So not any old support system is going to do. It has to be an ISA department that's branded and wanted to you guys that has earned the trust of your buyers agents. And now as all of these Google pay-per-click, Bing leads, OpCity, Realtor, Z Buyer, and the Vulcan 7 and Mojo, sorry, I think mascara just caught my eye. Vulcan 7 Mojo, My Plus Leads, that's different. That's a whole other ISA. Okay. We are talking about an executive database manager, your client services department, your inside sales support that is speed to lead for your incoming leads coming into your CRM. All right. If you don't take away all of these other leads, what happens is that you are breeding Pop-Tart agents. You're turning them into these just pop, 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 here, there, not even really accomplishing anything or knowing what they should be doing in their next move. They are sporadic, they're out of control, they lose their sense of organization. And one of the last things that you want to overcomplicate are high DI or ID buyers agents, or even our high IS with mid D buyers agents, is overcomplicating their schedule to where they are not organized anymore, because that is the first thing to go. The very first thing to go, as soon as they have more money making opportunities that they know what to do with, is their sense of organization, to organize their calendar, to balance their calendar, to ensure that they're servicing their clients, because they want people to like them and have a good experience with them. And the very first thing to go is their sense of organization, which affects their customer service, your client experience, their ability to serve up properties before they see them on Zillow. They're pre-approved. You showed them a house yesterday. You're having your morning coffee. You're finding them another house. That's how you should be servicing your leads, because you're not just going to sit around and wait for them to give you a home. We all know by the time Zillow gets it anyway, it's 24 to 72 hours old, and it probably already has a booked showing schedule. You need to be there on MLS looking at your hot sheets, sending these to your buyers, texting these direct from the CRM, emailing these directly in your CRM. Hey, what does this one look like? Do you guys want to see it today? Hey, this one has that open kitchen that the other one didn't have. Hey, this one isn't too close to your neighbor's backyard. This one has some trees that cover it. You're helping your buyers have a better experience with buying a home. Because what's happening now is that you are so exhausted by popping up here and there everywhere, trying to service absolutely everybody and everything without the proper support systems. Now it's okay to let your buyers send you a home when they want to see one. It's acceptable to wait for your buyers to send you another home. It's acceptable to not even think about them until they send you another home or favorite a property or like one or do something in your CRM to signal that they're looking at things. That's acceptable. When I first became a buyer's agent, that was absolutely not acceptable. We didn't have Zillow when I first became a buyer's agent. We didn't have these fancy, crazy CRMs with texting abilities. We had to find the property and present it to our buyers and then schedule the showing. We had to do those things. And now our buyers and our buyers' families are so inundated with coming and going through all the changes that we're going through, that now they have to go and find their home and contact the listing agent and schedule their own showings. Why on earth would they even bond with a buyer's agent? Where do they see the value in the buyer's agent? From the minute that they fall into your funnel, come into your website, get into your pipeline, they get a series of pre-canned automated campaigns and texting systems. When they talk to you, it's rushed and you're in the middle of a showing. You forget to call them back. You don't schedule their property search. You don't even know what their situation is or remember what their situation is. You're giving them no other option but to go back to Zillow or Realtor.com or Trulia or Redfin or whatever those systems are and contact the listing agent directly. They're not coming back to you. They don't even trust you to think of them. So focusing more, if we can make 2023 and the end of 2022 the focus of how to be really, really good at our jobs as buyer's agents, the first thing that has to go is all of the distractions, all of the leads that are time wasters right now. They're not a waste of time to the ISA. They're a waste of time to you because that's not the best use of your time. All right. And then team leaders say, well, what happens with all the nurtures and watches and warm leads then? And depending on what CRM, your pipeline stages are going to be said differently. Okay. I'm just using kind of textbook generic pipeline stages. What happens to them? Well, they come in bonded and branded to the team. They come into the team account. So all the correspondence that they get is on behalf of the team. And as we nurture them through your massive money-making pipeline that I design and I teach your ISAs on, your ISAs are nurturing them to an appointment properly. That actually does happen, by the way. I know you're going, really? So they actually do 2 to 5 more phone calls. They actually send them something of value and they actually want to talk to us again. Yes. When done properly or better than what they're experiencing now, it doesn't matter if they're getting the branding on behalf of Brittany with the Aleta's awesome real estate team. What matters is they're getting the bonding and branding to the attention of Aleta's awesome real estate team. And when you're ready, we're going to partner you up with one of our agents that can take on another buyer and specializes in your area and price point. But until then, you get your awesome client service experience. We're going to help you find the homes. We're going to answer your questions. You're going to learn about the areas. You're going to get you to the preferred lender. We're going to be there for you. You're not going to wait 2 days for replying to your text message. And when you're ready to go see that home, ready, willing, and able, we're going to partner with the agent, and that agent's going to be yours. We're not going to transfer you to another agent. Okay, that's our promise to you. We're going to make sure that they have time to work with you. Now that's to get them bonded and branded to you. If you're going on vacation and you know that you have 5 buyers that need to see homes that weekend and you're going to call in for a showing assistant, you just let them know, hey, I'm going on vacation this weekend. I don't want you to miss out seeing this home. I'm going to have Courtney show it to you. Okay, perfect. But I'm going to be available. I'll be there on FaceTime or I'll be there on text message. Please, let's go see this together. I just want them to be there to show you. Okay. You have time to have those conversations with them because you're not trying to respond to your nurtures or your watches or leaving all your leads left behind. You're not scrambling anymore. You're not leaving showings to go respond to your leads. You're not leaving family dinner to go respond to your leads. You get more balance. And with your personality, your high DIID or high ISD personality, you have to have balance to do your job properly. You have to. And the first thing that happens when you get stressed out is most of you start drinking more wine and you get very erratic. Everything's just a stress and you're disorganized and you're not paying attention and you're missing the homes. And then you have all of these buyers that are going somewhere else because you don't know who to pay attention to next. So we have to focus your attention span onto the best use of your time. And then, of course, is your money-making activities. So hope this helped you guys. I'm going to go and eat my lunch now. If you have any questions on this, or if you want to enroll your agents in a training, your ISAs in a training, you guys know where to find me at isauniversityonline.com. You can even send a message. I think our Google Voice is posted on there now. And if not, I'll have my awesome content creators put it in a banner below so you guys can text us direct. All right. Hope you're making it an awesome pre-fall. And I'll talk to you later.